Let's start asymptote to a curve. The point of inflection at a point, or whether there exists double point like cusp or not, we can decide the bend of a curve at a point. But asymptote will show you the region up to which the curve can be continued. About a line, whether it may be above the line or below it, whether the line is a vertical asymptote or horizontal asymptote, that can be understood. Concept of asymptote is very important in tracing of curve, and it has importance in finding asymptote of hyperbola, also very practical application at your level. But the basic definition of asymptote, that asymptote will be a straight line and it will be approaching the curve when x tending to infinity. When x tending to a finite value, then also it can approach to the curve. Depending on this, we will find two kinds of asymptote, whether there is horizontal asymptote or a vertical asymptote. A curve will have a horizontal asymptote if when x tending to infinity we get y as finite value. But if x tending to a finite value, y is tending to infinity, then it has a vertical asymptote over there. Because so mathematically, before we go mathematical definition, just see the diagram. I have showed you in three diagrams three different kinds of asymptote. Here this curve, this line is approaching the curve. Gradually the distance between the curve and the line is decreasing. All of you can see that when x is going to infinity, then it seems that the line will meet the curve. The line meets the curve at infinity. Line meets the curve at infinity. This kind of asymptote will be referred as what? It is horizontal asymptote. Okay. Now this line, this curve is well known. All of you are doing it in other branches of science also. This y equal to 1 by x. This curve is symmetric about the origin. It lies in first quadrant as well as in the third quadrant. You all can see that when x is tending to 0, y is tending to infinity. Okay. And at the same time, you see when x is tending to 0, not x is tending to infinity, y is tending to, when x is tending to 0, then y is tending to infinity. So x tending to 0 means y-axis. Y-axis is asymptote to the curve. Okay. Similarly, when x is tending to 0, when y is tending to 0, x is tending to infinity, or better to say, when x is tending to infinity, y is tending to 0. Okay. So you see both the kinds of asymptote exist. This time when x tending to 0, y is tending to infinity, this implies there is a vertical asymptote. What is vertical asymptote? The vertical asymptote is x equal to 0, that is y-axis. This one implies what? This one when x tending to infinity, y is tending to 0. This is the case of horizontal asymptote. Which one is horizontal asymptote? That is x-axis. Okay. Because when x tending to infinity, y is tending to 0. So two kinds of asymptote we have understood here. One is vertical, one is horizontal. If you go by formal definition of vertical asymptote, then won't you say that if I transform the graph, I can get another asymptote? For this graph, I am showing you here. If the graph is taken this manner, where we will transform this equation, just taking it this manner. And the graph we have taken, suppose the vertex, I am taking it, I am shifting the origin by 1 unit. We have taken, or 2 unit, y equal to 1 by x minus 2. See, here also there is horizontal asymptote and there is vertical asymptote also. Okay, because here if you take x is tending to 2, y is tending to 0, isn't it? And when y tending to 0, x is tending to 2. So x is equal to 2 and this will be, because if you take x minus 2 equal to 1 by y, when y is tending to 0, that is tending to infinity, this is tending to, wait a minute, first we clarify this one. When x tending to 2, you can see that y tending to infinity. So x equal to 2 is a vertical asymptote. This is the case of vertical asymptote. So the condition for vertical asymptote will be as follows. Condition for vertical asymptote when x tending to a plus or x tending to a minus, y is tending to infinity, or y is plus minus infinity, or y is tending to, I mean both are possible. It may be tending to plus infinity or minus infinity. In both the cases, it will have a vertical asymptote. Okay. So when x tending to 2, y is tending to infinity plus infinity, it implies that x equal to 2 is a vertical asymptote over there. Okay. Is there any horizontal asymptote there? What is the condition for horizontal asymptote? That when x tending to infinity, y is tending to 0. So in this sense, when you take x is tending to infinity, y is tending to 0, so that also will be tending to, this is not only tending to 0, y may be equal to a. Okay, better to write a. In that case also asymptote exists, but that asymptote going to be horizontal asymptote, and this itself will represent a horizontal asymptote. Y is equal to a. Okay.
So
now
basically
yes, tell. Yes, we need to find the limit. I am coming to that point. Mathematical calculation will do. Get the definition first. So there is horizontal asymptote concept. There is vertical asymptote concept. Now, is there any oblique asymptote? See this diagram. This is the case of oblique asymptote. This curve I cannot trace, but it is just one example showed here. This line y equal to mx plus c is going to be a oblique asymptote to this curve, because the distance, you can see this distance gradually decreasing. As distance gradually decreasing, this line tending to meet the curve at infinite separation. So for oblique asymptote, one can say that here both x, y tending to infinity or xy tending to minus infinity. Both are tending to infinity. In that case, we will say that there is a oblique asymptote. Okay. So there are three kinds of asymptote basically. One is horizontal asymptote, One is vertical asymptote, this is horizontal, this is vertical, and this is the case of oblique asymptote. Okay, horizontal asymptote will be like this, y equal to b, this will be like x equal to c, and this will be like y equal to mx plus c or mx plus b. Now this I have already told you how to find whether horizontal asymptote or vertical asymptote exists. You can see few more examples here. Yeah, this one, this curve you see, what kind of asymptote does it exist? Just see which category it belongs to. Y equal to 1 plus 1 by x. It has existence in the first quadrant as well as here in second and third quadrant. What do you observe? When x is tending to infinity, y is tending to what? When x is tending to infinity, y is tending to 1. That's why y equal to 1 is asymptote. Is there any vertical asymptote? Check once. 1 by x is 1 minus y, isn't it? So x is 1 by what? Oh yes, y minus 1. So what is the whether a vertical asymptote exists here or not? Check. At x equal to 0, y is tending to 1. That we got y equal to 1. Think about this one. When x tending to 0, y is tending to what? Infinity. So y axis is going to be the vertical asymptote. When the first definition you check, when x tending to 0, y is tending to infinity. This is not only the case of tending to 0. X may be tending to 2, x may be tending to 3, like that. The example y equal to 1 by x minus 2, I showed you vertical asymptote. Here, when x tending to 0, y is tending to infinity. So y axis is the vertical asymptote. And here, y equal to 1 is the horizontal asymptote. First one is x equal to 0, second one is y equal to 1. For this curve, check that is there any asymptote here? Fx equal to x cube by x square plus 1. Do you get any asymptote? Check once. This curve is shown here, y equal to x cube by x plus 1. Is this definition valid over there? Check. This you can write after division, x square plus 1, no, you can divide. X cube if you take, so this is going to be x minus x by x square plus 1. Does it exist? Check. When x tending to 0, y x tending to infinity, then also see, when x tending to infinity, we go for oblique asymptote. Oh, when x tending to 0, you take. Y is equal to what? X. So y equal to x will be considered as an asymptote over there. This oblique asymptote part I am coming in details, I'll tell you. For oblique asymptote, if the line y equal to mx plus c is an oblique asymptote, then that m is going to be limit x tending to infinity or both y by x, and c is equal to limit x tending to infinity, y tending to infinity, y minus mx. How to prove this? Suppose the curve is y equal to fx. Perpendicular distance of the curve from a point pxy on the line is given by p equal to what? Y minus mx minus c, that divided by root over 1 plus m square, or you take this distance will be tending to, for the line to be an asymptote, limit x tending to infinity, y tending to infinity, y minus mx plus c will be tending to 0, isn't it? So this implies limit x tending to infinity. If I divide by x, we need not consider y then, minus c by x equal to 0. Then this implies limit x tending to infinity y by x minus m minus 0 equal to 0. So m is equal to limit x tending to infinity y by x. Okay, this is the value of m, and c you will get from this equation only. Limit x tending to infinity y minus mx will be equal to c. Okay, so after getting m, that value of m you will put here, you will find the value of c, you will get the asymptote y equal to mx plus c. So for any algebraic curve, to find the asymptote, we will follow this method. Now check whether asymptote exists for this curve only. We came back, no? We are discussing this asymptote. Just check what is happening there. Is there any asymptote? We have to find m over there. M is given by what? Limit x tending to infinity fx by x. That's why I changed the topic that time, no? It coming nicely. This is x tending to infinity, x cubed by x cubed plus x. You divide by x cubed. Limit concept. 1 plus 1 by x square. So answer is 1 only. M is equal to 1. What about c here? C will be limit x tending to infinity y minus x. So there it will be y value you substitute x plus 1. Sorry, this is x square plus 1. This will be, so this thing going to be limit this will be c. So you understand how to find oblique asymptote. So when x tending to finite value, y is tending to infinity, that is one case. When x tending to infinity, y tending to finite value, that is another case. And this is the case of oblique asymptote. If you have time, then I discuss the asymptote to hyperbola. This is very practical application. Let us find asymptote to the hyperbola x square by a square. So I am doing it very fast. I will not take much time. You write, you express y in terms of x. Then y equal to plus minus b by a. This all of you know. This you are doing from class 11, no? 1 minus a square plus x square. When x tending to infinity, this is tending to 0. So y equal to plus minus b by x. One can say that I have two asymptotes now. Ay plus bx equal to 0 and ay minus bx equal to 0. And if we multiply these two, a square y square, by using, see what a fun. Here you are getting the equation of asymptotes, combined equation in this form, which is same as that of parabola, similar to parabola, but right hand side is equal to 0. X square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0 is the case of x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 0 are two asymptotes to the hyperbola, and if you trace them, it's going to be like this. These are two asymptotes. Actually, in a very short time of interval, no, we have to do many things. I hurry, that's why. But we should not do that manner. It will take time. These are two asymptotes. We will start from here in next class. In a very short time interval, we are doing so many things.